There's a fan in the background, so I'm sorry. Our air conditioner went out about a month ago, and we have a unit in this part of the house, and so the fan is pushing air to the other part of the house. So we're fine. We're not dying or anything. But this is my second installment in Make a Quilt with Me. And it's been a long time because life happened, summer happened, etc., etc. And the last quilt, the last time I talked to you, I showed you this is an It's So Emma pattern from Fat Quarter Chop. And this is the quilt I'm making. It's going to look different than that because I'm making the twin size quilt, so it's longer than that one and a teensy wider. And I just wanted to show you my process when you have a lot of blocks to make at once. So I needed to make 26 of this one particular block. I'll show you. It's that block right there. I need to make 26 of those. And there's a lot of half square triangles right there. And in my first video, I showed you how I made them. This is a half square triangle right here. I made them with Fat Quarter Shop has some half square triangle papers that you can use that help your results to be pretty good. I pressed them all open. I made hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. And so now I'm stitching 26 blocks in a row. Now I've got 16 to go. So I just wanted to show you my process. Well, first I go through and I sew 2 together. So I'm making 16 blocks, and this is along the top edge. I'll show you. Along this top edge, that's what I'm putting together right now. So 1 is tilted one way, and then 3 are tilted the same way. So I sew 16 together like this, and then I have another one to sew onto this, and then the last one I sew on is turned differently than these. Okay, so I sew them together and I leave them in a chain like this. I just sew them one after the other. So here's my big long chain, and now I'm going to zoom in and show you. Now I have to put the third one on there. So here's my stack of 16. I leave that chain that way, turn it around the other way, and I'll show you what I do. So here's my chain right here, and I have this one open, and I just have these pieces. I'm going to flip this over because that's just the way I do it. I'm going to flip this one over, line it up. This is a 1/4 inch foot on my sewing machine. I'll show it up close a little bit later. I might have shown it in the first video. And now I'm just going to sew. Open this up, make sure it's opened up the right way, and make sure I'm not doing something upside down because I've done that many times. Line it up and sew. I have my sewing machine set on 2.0 stitches per inch, and that's a smaller stitch than normal. 2.4 is normal. When I'm stitching a whole bunch of smaller pieces, I consider this small. I think they're 2.5 inches, 2 7/8 maybe. I like my stitches to be closer together because I'm not knotting anything. I'm not putting a knot in anything at the end. So you run the risk of things coming apart. They never do. So I just keep doing this until I have done it 16 times because I have 16 left. And then the last one is turned funny, if you'll notice. Well, here's the way the finished product looks. So this one's turned funny. So then I do the same thing on the other end. I don't cut this apart. I don't take them apart. I leave them all on the chain, and then I'll add this to it too. So I'll just sew a few and speed this up right here. I have one more section in here of blocks to cut. I need 28 more blocks in a different color. And once I get those 28 blocks done, then I'll film putting all the blocks together. Okay? Back again. Hello. I put the fourth half square triangle on there, the one that's supposed to be turned the other way. So I just want you to see what it looks like when they're all together. So see, all of them are together here. And then there's just a tiny bit of string right here. And I have a little bitty cutter right here. It has a little blade down in here. Let me show it to you up close. Right here. Can you see that? Right there. Right there. This is a little plastic thing that I got from Fat Quarter Shop. And it just had a sticky thing right in here. And I stuck it right on my machine. And what I do is I hold these by both hands. But I only have one hand right now. I hold them by both hands. And then I just bring them through there like that. And it cuts the threads. But I'll do it real fast. What I'm doing is I'm just cutting these threads. And if you put them all together, I can cut them all at once. See, I just went like that. All those are cut. Put my threads together. All of them are cut. There's also a thing right here on the side of a lot of sewing machines that does the same thing. It's just this one over here is more convenient to me than this one. I just cut apart 16 of these that were all connected, 1, 2, 3, in 3 places, and I cut them apart in 20 seconds. So now I'm going to go iron them. I'm not ironing these seams open. I'm pointing them in one direction. I can't remember which direction I'm pointing them in, but I'm going to go iron them, and here's what they'll look like. Okay, I've already done a whole bunch in this color, and so that's what it's going to look like. And that's the back. So that's what these are going to look like. And I'll have 20 something of those. I have 20 something of these. And then I have that another stack to make. And then I'll be putting it all together. Okay? So I'm going to iron. Until next time. Bye. As you can see, I've laid out my pieces. I've sewn them together in strips. And then I'm going to sew the strips together. If you'll look on the right and the left side of those, they're not sewn all together yet. Once I sew them in long strips, then I'll have my top part done, and my next video will be showing me quilting it on my long arm machine. As always, please like and subscribe. Come back and visit me again. Have a great day, a great week, and a great life. Bye-bye.